Hello, my name is Jack Critchley, and today I'm going to go through an Olympic lift, the clean. The clean is an extremely difficult lift to perform correctly and should always be performed correctly before adding a lot of weight onto the bar. So the aim of this video is to help you have a better understanding of the movements involved in the clean and to help you to perform the clean correctly and safely. Firstly, when performing the clean, you must know how and where to grip the bar. You must also know where to place your feet. So as you can see here, the feet are shoulder width apart, and when you go to grip the bar, I like to place my thumbs at the end of the knurling. This is the rough part of the bar. This will normally make it so that your hands are in the correct place, not too narrow where your hands are in your knees and not too wide. Another way to work out where your hands should be is if you pick up the bar and fully extend your legs and hips, then the bar should be 2 to 3 inches below your hip crease, as you can see in this picture. But when gripping the bar, you should always use the hook grip. This will make it so that the bar never slips out of your hands. For the hook grip, you will hook your thumb around the bar, then your fingers will go around the bar and on top of the thumb. This will make it so the first 2 fingers are over the top of the thumb and clamp in the bar. You know your stance and how and where to grip the bar. You must now know how to catch the bar when you perform the clean. The catch is extremely important. This is because if you can't catch the bar properly, then you will not be able to lift the heavier weights. This is simply because your back will incave and you will drop the bar. So to see if you are able to hold the bar in the rack position, first have the bar in the rack. This is in the rig. And have your hands on the bar where you stand and start with them on the ground. Then try and get the elbows up. You can release your grip and let your fingers roll around the bar. The bar wants to be sitting on the deltoid muscles in the shoulders. The bar should not sit on the clavicle bone, and the neck will touch the bar, however no weight should be on the neck. It's just as support and balance for the bar. This is the same as the hands as well. No weight should be on the hands. If the weight is on the hands, you are in the rack position wrong. Okay, another part to your stance is where you need to place your feet in relation to the bar. So when you step to the bar to perform the lift, you want to make sure that when you look down, your feet are under the bar and you want it so that the bar is in line with the end of your laces. This will make it so that when you go down to perform the lift, that your shins are touching the bar or very close to the bar. So at the bottom of the lift, you should have your knees bent and hip crease bent. You should have your arms straight and the shoulders should be a little bit in front of the bar and over the top of them. Your body should create a triangle shape with your upper leg, back and arms. The back should always stay straight and you shouldn't ever get any arch in the lumbar region of the vertebrae. The first pull of the bar will be from the floor to the knees. When performing this movement, the only part of the body that extends should be the knees. The angle in the hips should stay the same. This will give your upper body the urge to come forward and fall too far in front of the bar. This is why during this movement you must keep the thoracic part of the vertebrae tense so that the chest doesn't fall forward. Okay, during this first movement, you always want to make sure that your knees are always facing outwards. You never want on this first pull for your knees to come in. This will make it so when your pull is weak and you will not be able to lift. Now the bar is at the knees, the angle of the hip will now open up. Opening the angle of the hip will allow the bar to start sliding up the quadriceps. The bar should stay in contact with the upper leg as you open the angle of the hips. This contact with the body is extremely important. This is so as you move on to the next movement with the clean, you are not hitting the bar into your legs as you fully extend. The next movement is extending the knees. The knees should not have been extended fully within the first movement. This will allow more power to be exerted onto the bar when extending the knees in this movement. As you extend the knees, you will extend the angle of the toes and plantiflex them into making it so that you're able to get as much power as possible to get the bar upwards. Whilst extending the knees and hips, you will also squeeze your shoulders together to make sure that the body is extended to the maximum and so that as much power as possible is put into getting the bar high. This movement is called triple extension. Whilst you extend your knees, you should also push your hips forward so that the power created in your back can be transferred into the barbell as speed to perform the lift. Now that you are fully extended, the bar will now shoot upwards with the power that you've got from extending your legs and hips. The last part of the lift is to get underneath the bar as fast as possible with the bar landing in the rack position on the deltoids and with the elbows up so that the bar is not dropped. Make sure that in the catch you keep your whole back straight and tense so that the chest doesn't fall forwards and result in the bar being dropped and possible injury. When doing the transition from the triple extension to catching the barbell on your shoulders in the rack position, the barbell is powered upwards using the power from the triple extension movement. Whilst the barbell is travelling upwards, you should release all pressure from the bar and the bar will become weightless. During this point, you should quickly roll your arms around the barbell and catch the bar on your shoulders. A lot of people doing this movement make the mistake of curling the bar around, which will eventually make it so you will not be able to lift the heavier weights. So make sure that you're using the triple extension movement to get the bar powered upwards and then quickly roll your arms around it. So remember, when dropping underneath the bar, make sure not to curl the bar like a bicep curl and just to use the power exerted from the triple extension to get underneath the bar as fast as possible. A big mistake that a lot of people make with the clean and the triple extension by using the force to get the bar upwards is jumping with the bar. You do not want to jump with the bar. The barbell will go up with the force that you use and create from the triple extension. So instead of jumping with the bar, you should imagine that when you are in the triple extension position and on your toes, you should slide your feet outwards and drop down. This will make it so as the barbell is going upwards, you slide your feet sideways slightly and drop. This way you can use your arms to pull yourself downwards underneath the bar a lot faster. Two different variations of the clean. There is the clean like you've just seen there. Then there is the hang clean, which starts at the knee and works on the hip movement. Then there is a high hang clean, which starts at the crease of the hip and mainly works on trying to get underneath the bar as fast as possible. Another variation is the power clean. Power clean is great for working on explosive power to try and get the bar up as fast as possible without dropping underneath it. Normally with the power clean you will drop into about a quarter squat and catch it on the rack position. Now that you understand how to get the bar up and in the rack position correctly, you should first start with the power clean, where you're catching the barbell in the quarter squat. After making successful power cleans, you should then start practicing to catch the bar in more of a squat. However, if you struggle to get in a good rack position, then you should carry on practicing the power clean and practice your rack position in the racks on the rig. As you can see here, the bar is in the rigs and I am just trying to get my shoulder mobility a little bit better. This will help with the rack position and help to get your elbows up whilst in the rack position. However, if you struggle with the front squat and struggle to keep your elbows up and chest up, then you should carry on practicing the power clean and separately practicing the front squat from the racks. This will help you to get a better mobility and strength on the front squat, which will lead to a better clean once you start performing the clean and incorporating a full squat. Okay, now you are ready to start lifting more weight, but remember, make sure that you keep everything tense once you start lifting more weights, or else you will not be able to keep the weight in the rack position.